Health Canada has approved Cervirex for girls and young women aged 10 to 25 for the prevention of cervical cancer. In Canada, one woman dies every 20 hours from cervical cancer. It's the second most common type of cancer among young women between 20 and 44. For Kathy Smith, mother of 3 and cervical cancer survivor, these statistics are all too familiar.
When I was first diagnosed with cervical cancer, they felt that it would be curable through surgery, which involved a radical hysterectomy. And it wasn't until they realized that my cancer had actually spread into my lymph nodes that I then had to go through a series of treatments of chemotherapy and radiation. I was often surprised to hear people tell me that they thought I was lucky that this was the type of cancer that I had. I think there's a misconception that it's not a serious disease. If there had been a vaccine available to me 25 years ago, I would not hesitate in getting that vaccine.
This new vaccine provides protection against the most common cancer-causing HPV types. And Dr. Barbara Romanowski, clinical professor of medicine from the University of Alberta, says it's the right time to get Canadian women thinking about cervical cancer.
Cervirex is a new HPV vaccine. It is a vaccine that was developed to protect against 2 strains of genital HPV infection, the numbers being 16, 18. What is significant about those numbers is that they cause 70% of cervical cancers. The vaccine is safe and is effective not only against those 2 strains, but also it goes beyond that. So in fact, we have demonstrated in the research that the vaccine prevents cervical cancer due to 16, 18, and other cancer-causing strains. HPV vaccines decrease the risk of cervical cancer, and pap smears continue to be a very important tool.
The vaccine is already being used throughout the world and has been proven to provide the longest protection of any other approved cervical cancer vaccine to date. This is heartening news for Megan Jokum.
Knowing that there's a vaccination out there that can help prevent cervical cancer, I think everybody should take that caution and talk to their doctors about it.
Vaccination alongside regular pap screening is the most effective way to prevent cervical cancer. Speak to your physician for more information. Sherry Dematarco reporting.